What is good? Ian DeMello here. Soul expression is the way. What do I mean by that? A lot of dancers nowadays entertain strictly. They entertain, they create material, they create choreography with other people in mind. Now that is also beautiful, and there is a different aspect of dance that, in my opinion, isn't at the forefront of the industry, which in my opinion, again, should be, which is allowing people to express their soul, allowing people to express their truth, whether that be rage, whether that be sadness, whether that be joy, happiness, whatever emotion, whatever the situation is. We don't actually need to get creative on having specific, like certain ideas like, yo, let me be Mario. Yo, let me be, I know I've done like Luffy, let me be Luffy. It's more about being who we are in the present moment versus being who, one, everybody else expects us to be, and then two, what our ego expects us to be or wants us to be, just so that we get hype, just so that we get praise and all that kind of stuff when we're dancing. Now, I've been on like every end of the spectrum when it comes to dance. Like, right? Full ego, full material, full like, yo, I need to do everything that my big homie's saying, or I need to do everything that, you know, all the greats have done so that I can be a great. And then on this side of everything, expressing my soul, my truth in each present moment at each session is not going to feel or look or be understood by everyone else. And if you want your dance to be egoless, you need to not give a fuck about what other people think about your dancing. Yes, you do, especially if you're in like street styles and stuff like that. Krump, you're here for Krump, right? If you're in Krump, you need to understand the tools. You need to understand the basics and the foundation, right? Because without that, you aren't going to be able to express yourself in a way that is Krump, okay? In saying that, Krump is one of those styles that allows us to go to the point of expressing rage, even rage. There aren't many dance styles that do that. And that doesn't mean that you need to go all rage, rah, like, you know, shouting or whatever, but like just dancing from there. I can dance from a place of rage, from the emotion of rage, if I know how to tap into it and I know how to express it organically and also control it, not to the point where I'm controlling it too much, but I'm telling my story. I'm sharing with you why the rage is there. Whether you understand it or not isn't the point, right? This is one thing that I see a lot of Krump dancers give a fuck about, is people actually understanding their material. Like, bro, you are losing out on the present moment and what it actually has for you to share and express, because you're too in your ego around what Krump should look like, and or what, not even what Krump should look like, what you should be doing when you are Krump dancing. Yeah, I just want to put that in there because there's so much, like, dance is so based off of ego nowadays, and it's just not keeping the sacredness of dance at its purest. And to me, teaching moves is healthy, but you need to also know how to put yourself into the dance. You need to learn how to put your creative mind into it, your emotional mind into it, your soul mind into it. You got to know how to do those three things. You cannot have one without the other. I mean, you can, but that's not the entirety of the piece. A lot of people use material to get to their Krump or get live or whatever the fuck it is. And you don't even need material to do that. That's the craziest part about this, the method that I use and that I'm sharing with you guys. Like, there's so much that needs to be shifted for you guys to fully understand this, but going through my videos, listening through all of my videos, you will understand more of what I mean. And then it's your job to apply what I'm sharing into the lab so that you know the difference from when you're just creating to when you're actually connected to source, God, whatever you want to call it, nature, your ancestors, versus just being creative because we're meant to be creative as Krump dancers. Like, fuck out of here with that shit. That is just one piece of the pie, and you're missing out on this entirety of the pie purely because you're in your ego about, oh, I can create this, and let me create this, and let me kill off somebody, and let me do... Bro, you need to go back to the session. You need to understand what it means to actually session. Not show off, but session. Not win battles or take L's even, but session. Give back to the session. The session, let's go into this real quick. The session, for me, I treat it as a ceremony. So when I go there, I am expressing and getting off and clearing and shifting and moving and dancing with my peoples. That's a ceremony. And then when we leave that joint, everything's like, I feel better. That's what should be happening in a session. Connected to everybody, connected to the energy of the space wherever you're dancing, and connected to God, right? The God within you as well. Your creativity, your soul, your heart, your emotions, like all of that shit. This is how you create unlimited connection and find yourself in the dance. Because the dance allows you to find you, but you need to let go. You need to surrender to more of the present moment, which means letting go of this thing and the thoughts in your head, just be the observer of the thoughts. Yes, you can use them if you like it, but you don't need to. Everything that you need is here right fucking now. Especially when you're dancing, and especially just, not even especially when you're dancing, just in life in general. Everything that you need is in the space that you're in. You might not believe that, but that's your ego talking to you and saying, no, that's not true. Let me control something. Let me do this so I can, control the outcome of this thing. But in reality, freestyling is the only thing that humans know how to do. Because what happens when the rug gets pulled up off under you? You don't know how to be. The only thing that is certain in this lifetime is fucking uncertainty, yo. Mother Nature can come, obliterate this place. What we gonna do? You could lose someone, you could lose your people, you could lose yourself to whatever it is. What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I digress. That was a tangent. You get what I'm saying? Let me know what lands for you guys and apply this in your lab. Let go of your fucking ego so that you can allow your bigness your genius to come out, because you don't know what you don't know. And all of us have so much more potential than we think. We just need to get out of our own way and let it flow out. You dig? Much love and light. Peace out.